Well, Tony, last spring was all about getting a Group 1 win for Jonker. You ticked that box. So what's the plans this autumn?
Yeah, well, the plans this autumn have been getting back to Melbourne and running him in Group 1 company again and seeing if we can get another Group 1 win with him. The whole prep's tailored really towards the William Reid, which is basically going back to the scene of the crime from the Manikato. And the Oakleigh plate's a beautiful first up run for him. He's disadvantaged at handicap conditions against these sorts of speedsters, but the horse is in great shape and looking forward to Saturday to kick his autumn off.
What do we make of his trial there last Thursday at Doomben, where We Own a Smart One won that trial?
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about it. We Own a Smart One's quite quick and min-up race fit, particularly on that soft ground. As you know, the track was, probably around about a soft 7, I'd say, there the other day. And that's not Jonker's really go. We weren't out to try and give him an absolute gut buster either, Jimmy. As you see, he was out searching for better ground. He couldn't sort of find it wherever he went. I thought his trial was quite adequate. He had a good huff and puff after, which he does on that sort of ground. He's come through it quite okay. He had to have a float trip down to Sydney on Sunday and he heads through to Melbourne later in the week. So we were mindful that we had a fair bit of travelling ahead of us and he seems to be in good order. So he'll run well Saturday but improve off it.
Okay, so you have your eyes on Caulfield. You'll be down in Melbourne on Saturday for the run?
Yeah, we'll be down in Caulfield. Yeah, you don't get many runners in Group 1s, outside of Queensland, so you've got to try and make the most of it and be there and enjoy that experience with that ownership group. And obviously we have an Inglis-Melbourne sale on the weekend as well where we'll be attending it.
Blue Diamond for the babies there at Caulfield on Saturday as well. You've only had a sprinkling of 2-year-old runners this year, but we saw some new ones, I guess, at the Deagon trials on Tuesday morning. Flying Rupert created a bit of impression, winning by space.
Yeah, he's quite a funny little horse. He's really stuck up on me. Cameron Bennett from Flying Start, they do a great job buying yearlings, but also tried horses. And this is point in case. He's a 2-year-old that's grown on me as the prep's gone, and I noticed he'd improved sharply off his previous jump out or trial at Doomben. He went really well, but he didn't have to control himself too well. But he's improved off that, and I like what I saw this morning. And if we can hold together, we'll be at the Jewel Prelude next Saturday at Doomben.
Okay. Nettuno's a horse that has had a bit of a boom on him based on the jump outs. He trialled this morning the same heat as Capital Tower, who's won a couple of races. Yeah,
he's a really nice horse, Nettuno. He's a little bit aggressive in his trial this morning, and probably unfortunate both those horses had the trial on such heavy ground out there at Deagon over that 1,050. Flying Rupert had that experience of trialling only a few weeks ago, so that fitness was evident. Nettuno was quite good, still wanted to overdo things a little bit early in mid-trial, but under no pressure from Maloney, he trialled up well, and he'll improve again, and I'll more than likely trial him again in a couple of weeks.
They're at the start of their careers. This guy behind us, he's well established in the stable, the Palmier. He's enjoying the camera here this afternoon. What's his story at the moment?
Oh, look, he wants dry ground, so he doesn't really want the weather forecast this week. He's probably happy giving me a scratch here because he'd probably sit home in his box. But he's a lovely short course sort of speedster, loves this sort of off-season racing. He'll be earmarked to get to the Gold Coast for the big Aquas Duel meeting down there. There's a 900 metre open with good money for these cutest horses. So he'll head towards that race. He would run Saturday, weather permitting, but weather most probably won't be permitting.